Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, cottagers. Welcome in, welcome in. So today, we're back playing Fae Farm. Apologies if my voice sounds a little bit more gravelly than usual. I guess my phone died in the middle of the night somehow, even though it was connected. I'm not sure if I had a power outage or what. So I woke up much later than I intended, but that is totally fine. I made it on vaguely on time, maybe a minute or two late. So we just got some animals in Fae Farm. Let me swap over there. Let's see. Let's go. I think we were going on the right side of the screen. So let me get that all set up. And I don't know what else. I guess we had just entered the mines. We didn't really have food that was suitable for the mines last time, to be honest. We had food that was like passable, I guess, but not the most efficient, I would say. But I think we are behind on crafting a bunch of things, so today is probably going to be a crafting day, to be honest. Staff practice. Dear Raz, you already know how to take care of thorns. Just thwack them with your staff and presto smacko, they disappear. But you know, a staff's for more than just taking out magical obstacles. You can use it to defeat jumbles, too. Jumbles are leftover things that nobody wants, brought to life by magic. They get bored and angry, and sometimes they even attack people. But you can defeat them in magical combat. If you can defeat them in magical combat, they'll return to the ether. Well, if you feel ready for some of that, just keep exploring deeper in the mines. Though, if I were you, I might go see Drac the Battlemaster first. He could show you how to really wallop those jumbles. Alaric the Wizard. Alright, thanks for the tip, Alaric. Fair enough. Okay, I wonder... So I can't build on this top section, I see. Let's go check on our animals. Morning, Raz. Hello, Wumpkin. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Saturday. Hope things are good by you. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Oh my goodness, my children. They're so cute. They're so cute. Adorable beans. Alright, let's let them out. They're so cute. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get more of them. I kind of want to breed them. I guess you can just breed them, like, right away. So I might invest in some color-changing amulets at some point. Looking to make the best of today. I hope you are as well. Yes, I plan on doing some cleaning around my house. I think I have some stuff that needs to get done. I think we're also reorganizing our pantry. Like right now our pantry kind of just lives on baker's racks. But we live in a really old house and mice get into stuff. So we bought this like a metal cupboard thing, but it needs to be put together. It's one of those where it's like a bit of a journey. To get it to where you need it to be. So I think that's probably what we'll be working on, at least today. So hopefully a productive day. Alright, let me see. Build catalog. Let's see. We've got decor items that we could build. Fencing. I'm more interested in these things though. So we've got a beverage station. An invention that brews and mixes a variety of energy-restoring beverages that can also cool you off or warm you up. Okay, so that'll be good for trying to go into that northern section. Seal crafting station. An invention used to craft dungeon seals to unlock teleporters in dungeons. An invention that smelts ore into metal ingots. Oh, we will need that as well. So let's let's bake one of these. Where should we put this, though? I wonder if it should be, like, out of the way. Maybe, like, over here for now. And then... let's see. Let's put... I hope you can move these. I feel like you will be able to. I think I will be able to. That kind of stuff can be a process, yeah, but hopefully your pantry becomes more useful to you after. Me, honestly, me too. I also hope that it will become more useful to me. I hope so. Okay, let's see. So I can make a copper seal. Let's make like 3 of these. Okay, those can cook. And then I assume... I guess I should go see how, like, what I actually need to get upgraded tools. If I need the ingots or if I need just ore. I'm cleaning right now, actually. There's little cardboard pieces everywhere on the floor from our dogs tearing up those energy drink trays you get from coffee places. I feel that. I feel that. Just little bits everywhere. They love them. It's their favorite. I think that's... I mean, you know what? Dogs need all the little joys they can get, I guess. Let's see, let's see. I think... oh yeah, I wanted to check on the relationships meter. Okay, so romance... we can romance Argyle, Galen, who we haven't met, Jack, Namashal, who we also have not met, Pepper, who we have not met, and Pyria. Tragic. I wanted a bunch of these people. Like, I wanted, like, Alaric to be romanceable. I kind of wanted, also, Orlich, so cute. I kind of wanted... oh, the Wisp Mother? Come on. Also, where is... are there people missing on here? I guess, oh, all the shopkeepers, I guess, aren't even on here. How goes the Fae Pharmistry? It's going well, it's going well. It's, I'm trying to do my crafting right now, so, you know. I know it'll be a pain in the end, but it's always worth it. Yeah, cleaning is one of those things. Okay, so this is... resource... oh, I like that it shows the resource chance. Okay, so like floor 6 is where we really want to get to. Floor 6 or like 7. How many floors are there? 25. Okay, fair amount. Fair amount. Okay, let me first go get... let's go to the shop. So we have space for... let's see. I think I want to do, like, more beans. And I think I want to do more turnips as well. Sounds like your throat has been treated too well by September conditions. It's actually because I literally just woke up. I guess my... oh, how did that... frog, he evaded me so fast. Oh. He got away from me so quick. I guess my phone turned off in the middle of the night. Weirdly enough. And I didn't know that. So I was not prepared. So I woke up late today and then I was like, oh, my phone is off. So my alarms did not go off. Pickles did try her best though. She did try and get me up, but I was not open to it. Sadly for her, I was doing my own thing. Unfortunately for her. Okay, let me go also. I meant to go check on the blacksmith and see if I need ingots. I have a suspicion that I probably do need ingots. to get what I want upgraded, but let's check. Open shop. Okay, so if I want this, okay, so I do need, so it's 1 copper ingot per upgrade. I think the most important are probably axe, pickaxe, and shovel for now, but I guess it'd be good for all of them. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but do you also have a Google Pixel of some variety? No, I haven't. Samsung Galaxy S8, I think. It's very old. It's very old. I got it in like 2016 or something. So, I'm not surprised that it shut off. I'm not super surprised. Truth be told. Okay. Ooh, I can make copper. Oh, I can make stone bricks and clay bricks too. Let's make... Oh, how many do I need? Oh, it's 10 per. Okay, we'll do 2 then. And then maybe I probably need to do some fishing, honestly. Where's the best place to fish? I feel like down by the shore probably is. Actually, these ones might be not too bad. Let's see if this fish will come. Let's see, let's see. There we go. Ooh, a rainbow trout. Fancy. Fancy. Let's see, probably go like out here, so that when he turns around. I wonder if something was going on with a lot of Android systems, because I swear I have not been woken up by my alarms once in the last 2 weeks. My midday alarms work fine, but my morning alarms, huh? Yeah, I don't know. That is weird though. That is definitely strange. I basically assumed that I got my battery accidentally, like, really low. Because my old phone does not have good battery life. And then it's possible that I had, like, a weird, like power outage or something. And if that happened, then my stuff would pretty much be doomed. I think it would just be like, well, that's it. Oh, okay, that was a little too far. Let's see if either one of them... Let's see, let's see. There we go, river cod. My alarms haven't been waking me up recently either. I was blaming on meds, but now I don't know. Now we've got a conspiracy cooking. I always set like 5 alarms, so it's definitely like when they don't wake me up, it's like clear that they didn't go off, you know what I mean? Like there's like no way for me to sleep through them. Let's see if I can get this fish. It is really close to the shore, so... No. No. Not really. That was also really close to being like, no ma'am. I kind of like the fishing minigame in here. It's pretty easy, but like, still active and fairly satisfying, which is nice. Let's see, what can I cook? Oh, I can make charred fish. Let's do that. That way we'll have food for the mines. Also, I guess they said turnips, I think, sell for more if you cook them. Oh, you can cook stuff simultaneously. I didn't know that. Didn't know that. I have a 7 o'clock alarm and a 7:30 alarm. I feel like all last week I didn't notice my 7:30 go off even when I woke up naturally and was already awake at 7:30. Time to invest in an old-timey mechanical alarm clock again. It's true, I do have a backup mechanical alarm clock, and my husband uses a mechanical alarm clock entirely. They can be good for that. Let's see. Let me see if I can sell these roots. And then I'll have to just, I guess, spend all my energy for today. Chopping down trees and stuff. Oh, you know what? I wonder... Actually, I should have my 2 ingots. I wonder if I can just go drop off my tools, or how that works. Let's see. Okay. Grab these. Gotta go to Cleo for some rewards as well, but first let me see if I can get... I don't know what times the shops close. I'm not sure, so let me look. First, let's upgrade, then we'll find Cleo. I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to stand on this table. I feel like I should not be allowed. Let's upgrade our axe. Let's upgrade our pickaxe, I think. Cool. Those are both upgraded. Also, where is Cleo? Cleo is... Oh, I have so many quests. I probably need to go pick up a billion quests. Okay, let me go to East Town and then the beach. I think East Town should be up here. Rosalind, what's up, girl? Oh my, what an exceptional specimen. While I was specifically speaking about the flowers, you seem rather exceptional as well. Anyone can be exceptional given the right parameters. For instance, I'm Dr. Rosalind, botanist and primary consultant on all matters pertaining to horticulture. Plant growing, I mean. I've heard that you, Raz, are an exceptionally talented problem solver. An excellent inquiry. I am currently attempting to breed a floral species that would be completely unique to this island. The question remains, how does one go about combining plants to create a new type of flora? If the topic interests you, I would be willing to review the basics of combining plant traits with you. Hello, hey Raz, how are you? Hello Rin, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Saturday, hope you're doing well. Splendid. Let's start with the fundamentals. What do you hypothesize will happen if 2 fully grown flowers of different pigmentation were to cross-pollinate? A new color, correct? So if we were to plant a red rose, leave a space, and then plant a white zinnia, we should, with a little luck, see a new pink flower grow between them. In order to complete the experiment, you'll need to procure 2 flowers of different colors and a flower bed to place them in. Return when you've seen the results and we can review them together. Fair enough. Oh, there's Cleo. Wait, Cleo. Wait. Here's our quest. We are now redeemed. Welcome back! That sweat on your brow tells me you've been working hard. Well, look at that! You made a seal. Well done, fellow adventurer! Soon you'll be slipping through those dungeon levels like a spring peeper through a grease trap. Now, I know the mayor went ahead and included a set of basic tools with your home, but I'm sure you'd like to upgrade them at some point. The mayor mentioned it, but never followed up. Wow, that sounds a lot like our mayor. Well, let me walk you through it. Using better materials can make the work easier, give a higher yield, or even work on some objects that are too hard for the more basic tools. I'm glad you asked. You can visit our local blacksmith, Cinder. She can craft you anything as long as you can provide the materials. Surely you don't expect her to have the time to mine metals and also be the only blacksmith in town. No, that would be silly. How about I give you a little challenge? I want to see you upgrade your pickaxe to copper. You'll need to mine the copper from the Saltwater Mines, but it will be worth it. You could try to buy an upgrade from Cinder, so she'll be able to tell you what she'll need to get it done. Go on then. Go upgrade your pickaxe to copper. Oh, and one last thing. Don't go below the 15th floor. Just don't. Ah, the copper is blinding me. Just kidding. As you find more materials, you'll be able to further upgrade your tools. I knew you were a good egg, Raz. The thrill of discovery is in your blood. So you've upgraded your pickaxe one step of the way. That's working smarter, not harder. Also, Cleo just left. She just pieced, but we're still getting her dialogue. But there's something else about upgrading tools that you should know about. Some metals on Azoria have been infused with the wild magic that has spread all over the island. Oh no, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite. See, tools made with those metals have magic in them, and that magic can make your job even easier. And, wouldn't you know it, iron is a magical metal along with silver and gold, and it's found in the Saltwater Mines, just a bit further down. How about you get an iron pickaxe and try using its magical ability to break up some rocks? Is this game similar to Story of Seasons? Yes. Yes, it is a farming sim. This one you can actually play co-op with up to 3 friends. And it's got a kind of interesting like jump in, jump out mechanic where the person who's like hosting the game and inviting their friends gets to progress their story, like get further in the mines or like make progress essentially. However, the person who is joining doesn't progress their save, which can be kind of nice for them, but they do get equal amount of any money that was gained by the host. So you get like a bunch of money for helping your friend. Where'd the speaker go during that? I don't know, she just walked away. Mine a metal, upgrade a tool, progress further down. I like to call it the adventurer's grind. It's what we live for. Yeah, she was just like, I'm out, bye. Oh wow, it's the Dark Souls co-op of farming sims. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of nice because like a lot of the other ones, when they do co-op, it's like you have to have kind of a dedicated save for the co-oping, which can be like kind of unfun. At least in my opinion. It's maybe not my favorite bit, so I appreciate that this is like I could play with friends while like protecting our save. Like that's part of the issue for me is like in farming sims where co-op is a thing, if we're streaming the game, I like can't really invite anyone in unless they're either willing to play the whole game with me or like or I have a separate save, I guess. So this just makes it much easier. Alright, we got some oak logs, which is good. I don't know why the beech trees, they look like saplings, but it almost seems like they're like fully grown, but are beech trees like naturally tiny? If so, I did not know that. Also in this game, unlike like a Harvestella or like a Stardew or something, if you run out of energy, you don't like pass out. You just like, it's like Harvest Moon SNES. You just vibe, which is nice. And it does force you to go to bed at midnight, but there's no like penalty. It's not like, oh, you got knocked out and now you're sad. Okay. See, like I'm out of energy right now, but it's fine. All is well. Let's check on our animals. I think they also, the animals like in Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, go to bed themselves, which is very handy. So you only have to like let them out in the morning and then they can kind of do their own thing. It's just if like the weather is bad, that it might not be great. It's way more relaxed than most games in this genre, at least in that sense. Yeah, you're not ever like pressured for like time, you know? Okay. I should also see, I've been wondering, I feel like there must be a loom or something. Like I have to be able to process cotton into fabric, I imagine. But I hadn't seen it. Let's see. Stone forge, lumber station needs brick, stone brick and copper ingot. Decorating table is for home decor. Okay, so the loom is stone bricks and clay bricks. Garden bench, preparing seeds and seedlings. Ooh, that's interesting. Interesting. Food prep table, cooking station for preparing chopped ingredients for recipes at the cooking hearth and artisan table. Oh yeah, the cooking hearth also needs like stone bricks and stuff. I guess I should also make all of my stuff. An irresistible lure that gathers animals nearby instead of letting them wander the farm. Only one can be constructed per farm. Oh, so you can like put your animals in like a little pen. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's get some stuff cooking then. Let's make... Oh, is it only one? How many stone? Oh, I don't have much stone. That's why. Okay, I need to make more stone. I see. Okay. It is time for bed. Also, my home is bare bones. Okay, don't judge. I'm not focusing on the decorating right now. I rarely do, however. I do have some things that I would like to make eventually, but not yet. Not yet. Alright, animals first. I always do animals first. Like, animal chores are always the first thing I do in these games. Because I guess, like, I don't know. I grew up around horses, so I guess it was kind of just ingrained into me that you, like, I don't know, you just feed animals first. Before you would ever, like, go water crops. Alright, let's let them out. I did get trapped behind this bell at one point, though. So I'm a little bit leery. There is an unstuck button though, so it's like you can't ever really get like hard stuck anywhere, which is good. Very nice. I appreciate it. Okay, we have 129 plant fibers. When catching bees, keep an eye out for a rare queen bee. Ooh. That's a good tip. Also, amazingly, there is no tool juggling in this game. So all of your tools for like the farming stuff, axe, pickaxe, watering can, the brush just doesn't even like exist. The sickle, they all live in like one slot. So as long as you don't have your net, your fishing rod, or your magic staff out, you can just go up to any node, click the interact with node button, and it will just automatically pick the correct tool, so you don't have to constantly be like cycling through tools in your inventory. So for people that hate that aspect of farming sims, they got you. You don't have to do it. Okay, also I guess before I go in the mines, let me empty my pockets. Let me empty my pockets. Let's see, put these away. It also seems like anything that you put in your storage shed is able to be used for any like crafting, which is nice. So there is that. Oh, what is that? Ingots? Oh, it's telling me how to make all these things. Interesting. Okay. That's all in there. Let's go into the mines. We need some more copper, as well as coal and stone. That's pretty convenient. Definitely takes some pressure off of that. I imagine they make the game mode complicated elsewhere in exchange. Yeah, there's like other things. I mean, I think the complexity probably comes more from like the plant breeding, the animal breeding, the like dungeon crawling aspect, you know, is probably probably where that comes in. Also, Eye Candy, thank you so much for the vintage Raz. Let me grab her. Let me get original Raz. Happy Saturday, though. Hope you're doing well. Alright, let me get this girl. Where is she? I think she's here. Some of you probably actually have not ever met Vintage Raz. This was my original 1.0. And, yeah, it looked like this for like, I don't know, 6 months or something. I actually, like, I didn't expect to get a whole, like, rework done, essentially. Like, I commissioned my art mama for a new outfit, and she ended up being like, I'm just gonna redraw the whole model. So I was like, okay, sounds good. So it ended up, instead of being like an actual, like, other outfit, it ended up just being like a full rework. Like a brush up plus new outfit. So a twofer. She was very kind about it. Anywho, so we'll have Vintage Raz for like 10 minutes or so on. Also, let me see how I guess I have to use, yeah, so I put 1 copper seal. So for the copper seals, I think I have to, I guess ideally I put them, they have to be put in the correct like floor order, I guess. So you need like, you need floor 1 to be put, so you can't just go to like floor, I don't know, like 5 and try putting 1 down. You gotta do it in order apparently. So I brought 3. So I guess we should endeavor to get enough to get more copper to make more seals. So we can cheese our way through this place. I feel like I did not run into any enemies until like, I want to say floor like 4 or 5 maybe? But normally you have to, it's very much like Stardew, there will be a door at the end of the floor, and you have to find a switch hiding under one of these rocks in order to like unlock the door. Just like Stardew with like getting the ladder to get on the way down. But with the seal, it seems like it just opens up the door for you, so you don't have to, you know, do any of that, but it also means that you can just run through the floors, which is good. I'm just grabbing some clay as well as stone, because we're really, like, out of those things, so... And because we upgraded our pickaxe, like, it shouldn't be too much energy, like, wasted, I guess. Cheese our way through triggering chat. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. There's no... It's not a real cheese strat. It's fine. Oh! Bless you, Miss Pickles. That was a big sneeze. That was a big sneeze for a tiny, tiny kitty. Alright. I also don't know... I don't quite know how the like level up mechanics work, like leveling. I know some things unlock with certain level proficiencies, but I'm not quite sure. Actually, is there a way for me to see all of my skills? Progression, maybe? Oh, yes. I don't know if it says, oh, I guess, and then you can see what you get. So it's just like reeling power, the farming, you like, it's like better efficiency, I guess, as you go. And then also, like, at least in farming, you like unlock different seed types and stuff. Bad cheese memories in these parts, miserable cheese production. Oh no. True, I guess when we played Stillness of the Wind, there were a lot of sad feelings about cheese being had. Fair enough. Okay. Got all these, right? Exactly. The sad cheese times. It was more that all of our cheese got ruined. I was not ready for that. And Rura, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the cottage. Welcome in. Hope that your Saturday is going well. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I was just in the stillness of the wind. I was like, oh, I've done it. I've made like so much cheese. I'm ready. And it was like, guess again, girl. It was like, nope. Let's see. Let me just consume all of these, I guess. We're not ever ready for loss like that. No, we were not ready. We were not emotionally prepared. Probably should have been. Oh, there's one of our enemies. Come here, you pocket watch with bangs. Are there any more of you? I only ran into pocket watches and mimics. Excuse me, sir. Oh, we got iron from that one. Nice. I also like how the music doesn't seem to match, but I kind of like it. Like, it almost feels like music you would hear in, like, some fancy manor. See, those are the little seals on the floor that unlock the doors. You know what I mean, though? Like, maybe it's just because it's, like, all these objects are, like, fancy objects. Like, I don't know, those, what's it called? Pocket watches are pretty fancy. They're not like a common man's pocket watch. They're like a fancy aristocratic pocket watch. So I guess the music makes sense for them. Definitely has a different vibe, right? I feel like, let me check my inventory. I have a decent amount of coal. I don't know how many coal we needed, so I guess I probably need to focus on all the copper for sure. Well, as much copper as we can get. I should also maybe make that drink machine drink table. Because I feel like that would help. Oh, I see a mimic. Excuse me, sir. Don't even think about it, sir. Honestly, the early medical staff is a little bit busted because it has a knockback and it like interrupts these dudes. So it's like pretty good against them. They honestly don't stand a chance. So even if you're bad at combat, you don't have to worry about combat. In the early mines, at least, like, it's not so bad. They've definitely made it pretty chill. Also, all of the attacks so far that I've seen are telegraphed. So, like, they'll put a little indicator on the ground when they're going to attack you. It's not like they do, like, auto attack damage or something. So they can be avoided. Kind of makes me think spooky but cute sense of discovery. Yes. I also feel like that. Heard some like weird noise. It's like, whoop. It's probably my husband like upstairs, but I thought it was someone knocking. But if they're knocking, I'm not answering the door, so good luck. Good luck. Okay, I think we're like out of energy pretty much. So what we can do is go back to our house though, make a bunch of seals, and then just come back in and like quickly open doors. So we can just make progress that way. Let's see. Oh, not the right spot. Schmoving our way. I do like that there are little, like, signposts around. You have a map too, but I don't know, in case you get lost. There's stuff for you. Okay. Seal maker. Hammered copper seal. A seal that activates a teleporter in a dungeon. Oh. Oh, so you can, like, teleport to a particular floor. Interesting. Citrine seal. A seal that unlocks a way shrine. Oh, you know what? Way shrines, I have seen those around. Interesting. Let's see, let's do 5. And then let's also upgrade. Let's make... This will upgrade all of our tools. Let's also make, let's see. Let's make 2 of these. Nine of those. And then let's also, I guess, just make... four. Okay. These do cook pretty fast. I guess if it's cooking, it can't be moved, maybe. Alright, I'll leave those, because I don't know, they are kind of close together. Maybe leaving a space would have been smarter. Maybe it would have been better. How are my animals? Hello. You're going in. My animals are content. They have been fed, pet, and gotten fresh air. Perfect. Pigpen, are you gonna go home? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I feel like I shouldn't use teleporter seals. I guess maybe if there's worse like combat levels in the mines, maybe it's better to do a teleporter seal. I assume once you put instead of a normal seal, if you put a teleporter seal, you can just like jump to that level instead of just opening the door. Let's see, I guess we could put all of our other stuff away too. Let's put these away. Those are good. Hello Raz, happy Saturday in America. Hello Como, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Let me see if I can build any of my other stuff. Not yet. This needs... Oh yeah, beach lumber. So I actually need the lumber station. I need to make that for sure. Okay, but the stone brick I'll need for that is cooking. And good morning, Mary. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday. What time is it now in America? So I'm on the east coast of America, so it is 11:48 a.m. my time. So it's almost noon. Got these copper seals. 11:40, yeah, 11:48. So it's technically almost 11:50. Also, let's see, I think we've had our 10 minutes of vintage Raz, our vintage Raz time, so she will go back. Her crossbar is much more wiggly though, I will say. Let me swap her back over. Let's go to Modern Raz. Today's Sunday in Korea. Well, happy Sunday. Let's see. You the right size, girl? Feel like this is my normal size, I think. I'm sad. Are you sad because the weekend is almost over? Because that would make me sad too. I get that. I too would not be super enthused. Okay, I think I should be able to make, yeah, my lumber station. Where should I put my lumber station? I feel like it does waste so much space to not have everything like right next to each other, so let's make, how many of these? Okay, let's make like, I don't know, 20 of these? Oh, I can't make? Can only make 14 at once? Oh yeah, because I only have 145. Okay, we'll make 12. Good luck, sawmill. Because I have to go to school Monday. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Hopefully school is like a little fun. Like hopefully you get to like see friends, vibe a little bit, you know? Hopefully it's not all bad. Alright, let me see. Do I? I don't even think I have time to go grab all this stuff. I have like no food either. I wonder if there's like a better... There's gotta be better food though than what I have for sure. Because like the best food I have is the charred fish, I think. So far, but I probably need to make the like the cooking hearth. There's gotta be better food in there. And that needs... Cooking hearth needs beech lumber, stone bricks, and clay bricks. Okay. How much, like, stone and clay? Did I use up all my stone? I might have. Oh, it's like, you were out too late. Forcibly go to bed. I heard on the news there was an earthquake in Marrakesh, Morocco today. Did you know? I did not know, but that's also because I don't read international news. I have generally found that international news or even national news just makes me too sad because everyone always just reports on all the bad things that happen, like terrible storms, crime waves, just like horrible things that happen, and there's nothing I can like do about it, you know? So I only really read local news. I have a local newspaper subscription. Geopolitical things. Yeah, I just found that like it was making me too sad. There's obviously like feel good stories everywhere too, but a lot of news is just like, here's all these terrible things. The 3 kinds of waves: tsunami waves, heat waves, and crime waves. Exactly. So it's like, there's lots of that. I'm on the same page. I only read local news and nothing else. I think if you read local news, if there's something bad that happens, it's like affecting your community, you know? And oftentimes there's like things that you can do, right? If there's something bad going on near you that you don't like, you can like vote a certain way or write to your representatives or whatever, or send, give money to a local cause or something. Yeah, it's just harder to deal with like the constant barrage of bad things happening all over the world, because the world's a big place. There's a lot of places and a lot of people and a lot of bad weather. The Earth sometimes doesn't want us here, you know? Sometimes it's like, you know what? I'm over you guys. I was way more in tune with national and world news in the past, but I just feel so burnt out on how awful the world can be. See, yeah, that's why I do generally suggest, if you can avoid it, obviously there's some jobs and stuff where you can't really, but if you can avoid reading it, sometimes it's better to not. What do I need actually for the stone bricks? Am I out of stone? I am. I am out of stone. Okay. Well, there's some stones on my spot, I guess. Let me go let my animals out, because I think, hold on. Calendar, 9th. Oh, it's gonna thunderstorm on the 12th. Okay. But today it's sunny. Today, not yet. Let me pet all the friends. Peckham is doing well. Oh my god, did you see Pigpen jumped so far? The child jumped so far. Oh, okay. I was like, what is that noise? It was my husband though. It's like, what is happening? What is going on? Alright, let's let the animals out. I probably should get some of these other side quests too. Pretty sure there's some research behind the effects of push notifications of news alerts on our mental well-being. Like others, I had to take a step back from national and world news as it was weighing me down. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, if it's not adding positive things to your life and it's also not like negatively affecting you to not be tuned in, just unplug. It's fine. We don't all need to know what's happening all over the world, you know? Rise and grind. Hello, Haven. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Yeah, there's no sense. There's no sense being sad, I found. Also, I feel like I need my animal friends to not be in my space. Girlfriend spammed me, so I didn't sleep until 4? Oh my goodness. Us Americans are kind of known for not following world news, though. Honestly, the US is big enough and there's enough bad things happening here. I kind of get it. You know? There's like enough just in the continental US. There's enough strife. Yeah, come over here, friends. I just need to water my stuff. I probably should have put, you know, fences up, but... And sleep! Thank you for the head pad. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Everything is so bad and disheartening, especially as a trans person. That's true. Yeah, I think if you're in a minority group, I would honestly just avoid the news most of the time, because it's probably just really depressing. Because there's you know, people are just being awful all over the place. It's probably best to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna surround myself with people that I like, and games that I like, and vibe out. Hope your day is going well as well. Yeah, I would say it is. I think it's going well. Hope your day is going well. Grilled veggies. Oh yeah, let me see how much these cauliflowers cost if I just sell them. But yeah, the reality is like the distance from Paris to Kiev is less than the distance from LA to Memphis. Americans' world news is what's going on the opposite end of my own country that nevertheless can affect me greatly, but is potentially beyond me to affect. Yup. Yup. Okay, so this sells for 25. I wonder how much it sells for as a roasted veg, though. You know what? Actually, let me just put it in my thing. Let me wait until I get the good cooker thing up and running. Let me not int my good crops away. Let me be smart about this. Let me be smart about this. Oh yeah, I need to go upgrade my tools. Did I have one more? Maybe I made too many things. Because I don't think I upgraded my tools. But I somehow don't have enough copper for all of them, I don't think. Or at least not enough copper ingots. Have you seen Pumpkin Panic? It looks kind of fun. I have seen Pumpkin Panic. I am weak to horror, but I think we're going to be playing Pumpkin Panic on like October 1st or like the first stream that we have in October. I'm not sure if October 1st falls on one of our normal stream days, but I have two spooky farming sims. Well, farming sim, question mark. Pumpkin Panic is a farming sim. The other one is like the Stoevy Curse is another one that I wanted to play. It's like a really crunchy like PlayStation graphics horror game that is set on a farm, but for me, because the graphics are so crunchy, I just don't think it's gonna be that scary. So we're gonna play that one as well. And then we're also playing Dredge. I think we're going to try and play all the way through Dredge in October. The key thing is I have thalassophobia, so I'm actually scared of deep water. So I think Dredge for me is going to be even scarier than the average person who plays Dredge. So hopefully it's like fairly chill for everyone watching and is only mildly terrifying for me. My husband did say I haven't watched any Dredge. I've been purposefully like trying to keep blind for it. But I had my husband watch a little bit of like when the Hololive girls were playing, and he was like, there is definitely some stuff in there that is gonna trigger your thalassophobia. And I was like, okay. Literally saying I cannot play Subnautica or any game in water. Yeah, I cannot do Subnautica. We did Abzu, because Abzu is a little bit more chill than Subnautica, but it was still pretty brutal. I was still kind of like, ooh, I don't like parts of this. Even though that game is meant to be, like, mostly relaxing, I was like, Oh, do I need the copper ingot on me? I guess I must need it on me to do that. I can do Dredge, but not Subnautica. I mean, Subnautica in particular is, like, pretty aggressive about that stuff, I would say. Like, it's definitely meant to scare you. That was the point. So, you know. Oh, also, I guess these are the jumbles we've run into. The Drexian, a direction. Oh, he's a compass, not a pocket watch. A directionless compass that likes to give chase. The Trezor. I've been calling this a mimic. Don't be fooled. No treasure lies in these chests. And also the Octo Wheel. I didn't notice it had a little smiley face on it. I did not notice that it had a little smiley face on it. That's so cute. Okay, let me grab both of these. I somehow miscounted. We're gonna have to get more copper, but I don't think we need to upgrade our watering can just yet. I think it's fine. Also, am I growing? I am growing turnips. What's today? The 9th? We can get some more cauliflower. People trying to tell me Subnautica is fun and relaxing while I'm shaking and crying in shallow water. If anyone tells you that Subnautica is relaxing, they are lying to you to try and scare you. Like, they want to see you be scared. Because it's not a relaxing game. It's not meant to be. It's, like, low-key a horror game. It's kind of like, it's like Bug Snacks in that way, where it's one of those where it's definitely meant to be like, you go in, and you have this impression of it just being like an exploration, survival, chill game, and then it like, subverts it. Sup, hello Jam, welcome in, hope you're doing well. Hope everything is good by you. Just buying more seeds, upgrading some tools. And Sarah, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the cottage. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. The same kind of troll as telling someone that Alt F4 will open an in-game menu. Yeah, yeah. Or like any of the people that tell people to do any number of button inputs in games where they know it's like making you jump out of the, you know, vehicle or whatever else. Always be critical of people giving you directions in games, especially if you don't know them super well. And if you do know them super well, you probably get an inkling that they are, they've got other, other things on their minds. Let me go to Plains of Plenty, too, and let me see if I can find this. It might be in the inn, maybe, this, side quest. Oh no, this is the town hall. This building is huge, though. I do like the big clock. Bead clock. Also, I feel like this is a little spooky that this is exposed. I could, like, get myself jammed in those cogs. I did not see glass in front of that. I don't know how I feel about that being, like, open to the air. Alright, let's see. Is it... Oh, it's none of these, folks. Okay. Okay. Oh. It's Pearl. Let's see. Quest. Back again, hun. You look ready to level up your selling game. Now that you've got the stock, you can invest in produce stands. Are you playing on the Switch? Hello, Sarah. No, I am playing on PC. Unfortunately, I don't really love the Switch's graphics in general. Yeah, if there's ever a PC option, I'm always on the PC. I don't like playing on small screens, and if I'm gonna be attached to a large screen anyway, I might as well just be on my PC. I found Outlast very relaxing. Just get like 30 minutes into it. It's great. Oh my god. No. No. More stands means more space to sell more profit. Are you curious to know how to level up your selling game, hon? Yes. Unlock a produce stand. I knew we were cut from the same cloth. All you need to do is buy a produce stand from me. It'll appear on your farm the next day. That's a service I'm happy to provide. Hey, you need to spend money to make money, right? That's what MLM people say, but how true that is. Like, yes and no, I guess. Okay, let's see how much is a produce stand. 8 slots to sell items at the starting farm homestead. Takes 1 day to build. Oh, it's 2K though. That is kind of expensive. I like how she sells a monocle though. And like the fancy wallpaper, damask wallpaper. Oh, I do like the regal flooring though. That is fancy. But yeah, like... also be wary, you know what? In addition to being wary of people telling you that a game is relaxing when you have an inkling that it's a horror game, be wary of people telling you gotta spend money to make money. Be wary. I guess this saves me having to go into town. I'm gonna think about it. I don't know if I want to buy that right now. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. I don't even know if my inline mic mute works, but bro, I'm spending money all the time. I feel like there is some truth in saying like you have to invest in order for a business to work, but a lot of those people who say that also do not keep track of their expenditures. Like most of the people I think in MLMs think that they are profitable when really they are hemorrhaging money. Let's redeem this quest. Let me guess. You waved until your arms gave out. Sounds like you're a natural. Just don't overdo it or folks might think you're being swarmed by angry bees. Fair. Fair. Alright, let me see what these guys have to say. I think these ones are the ones, right? Someone up here? Yes. Good to see ya. Quest. Oh, not so bad. Say now, one farmer to another. Have you been experimenting with soil beds and fertilizer? Don't you worry now. I'll take you through it. You know how different produce is only available during certain seasons. Now what do you think would happen if you always have spring soil? You got it. You'd be able to grow spring produce year-round. You've outsmarted nature herself. Let's see, Kai Mithra? Let me know if I'm saying that wrong, but welcome to the cottage. Thank you so much for the follow. Investing is different from spending money. There's a plan and the risks have been measured 100%. Yes, and you're hopefully keeping track of that investing as well. You know, like, how much into the red you have gone, what your expected return is. Stopping by to say hi real quick, then back to lurk. Thanks for stopping in, Pillow. Hope your Saturday's going well. Hope things are good by you. Thank you for the lurk, though. Now, if you want to get really fancy, you can start playing with fertilizers. Some of them can speed up growing, some can increase your yield, and some, if you'll believe it, even have a chance to transform your crop into something else entirely. If you're ready for it, why don't you try your hand at fancy farmering with fertilizers? Place one bounteous fertilizer on crops. Good, good. Now tell you what, I'll give you this bounteous fertilizer to test out. Go on, add it to one of your veggie beds and see what happens. Do you play Palia and Coral Island too? I love those two games so much. I'm a little bit worried Fae Farm might not meet my expectations. And are you enjoying this game so far? So I have played Palia. I have not played Coral Island. I'm waiting for Coral Island's like full 1.0 launch. I just didn't want to start a farming sim without all of the content being in it pretty much. So I am very excited about Coral Island, but I have been shelving it for now. Palia, I actually did not enjoy very much at all. Personally, I think Palia is just not for me. I'm a farming game specialist, and I am an old MMO player, which means that there were a lot of... Because it was marketed as an MMO, there were a lot of MMO elements that I felt really fell through the cracks and were not very well done. And I didn't like the farming. I didn't like how grindy the farming was, and how few crops you could plant. I did like the concept of the companion planting, though. I would love to see more games do companion planting. I think that is definitely interesting. And I think Palia is great for just different people. Like, I think if you like the home decor elements, Palia is genuinely good for that. They have clearly put a lot of time into that. It just wasn't very good for me, but that's okay. And this game, I am enjoying this game so far. I like that you can breed animals and you can breed animals to be different color variants. I do like that it looks like there's hybridization of flowers for crossbreeding. So I like those things, and the mines, like the combat has been pretty chill and easy so far. So I've also appreciated that even though there's combat, it's not super challenging, it's not super clunky as far as what I've seen so far. So I've been happy with it. I was excited to play again today. I think that's a good sign. Isn't Palia still an open beta? I'm waiting for it to get more content and make a full release before giving it a real try. I think that is probably the safer thing to do. I think the one thing that is a little bit spooky for me about Palia, just because the one thing for me is MMOs, true MMOs, which I can also argue that Palia is not really a true MMO because there's no trading, there's no player economy, there's no auction house. Like, those things are kind of integral to MMOs in some way, in my mind. But for me, the most important time for a big multiplayer game is its launch. Either the full 1.0 or if they allow a big open beta. Because that's ideally the point of your highest marketing potential and when the most people are going to play it. And if you fall short early, it's really hard to catch up. And because MMOs are inherently about playing with people, it's important that your initial impression is good. Because otherwise people stop playing and then you lose the whole community aspect and it's really hard to like regroup. So I hope for them that they're able to retain people. It might also just not be for me, which is fine too. Which is a-okay. Not every game has to be for us. So I think I was particularly ill-suited to play Palia. I also got to play during closed beta a little bit. And I did try and play. I think I played like a good chunk of time, but it was maybe, I think they might have just launched with a little bit too rough. Sir, are you sitting over this fire? I think that's dangerous, Peckham. Please be careful, child. If you fumble the launch, the game is gonna bleed out. Can't have an MMO without the community around it. Exactly. You don't want, like, what you don't want is like a New World situation, right? Where you have this MMO, people are really excited about it, but then very quickly they realize that there's like something wrong or something that they don't like about it, and then it just bleeds out people. So it's really, I mean, it's a difficult balance. It's really hard to kind of effectively launch an MMO. I would honestly suggest that game companies stop making MMOs because they're too hard, in my opinion, to launch well. But they want to keep trying, so we'll let them, I guess. My main annoyance with the game is that... Also, what did I dig up? Oh, mulch! Oh, this is mulch. Very fancy. The crafting feels like a mobile game. You're not actually making it. You're waiting for a timer to finish. Yes. One of my biggest pet peeves is time gating. So again, Paleo was like... it was going hard with the time gating. Like, when I found out that on the original smelter, the, like, first level smelter, that it was gonna be, like, 2 hours or something to smelt silver, I was like, well... that's it. The PvP mech shooter Galahad had the same issue. Me and some of the lads tried the open beta, hoping it'd be the next Hawken. Instead it was like literally every single design decision that could be messed up was messed up. It's just hard. MMOs, they're really, really, really hard to pull off. They're just genuinely difficult. And yeah. I found a game called Bee Island. Is it like Apico? You're like it's like a beekeeping sim? Because that sounds cool. That sounds pretty rad. Alright, let me see if I can go down and... can I make... I can make flower soil beds. Yeah, let's make some flowers. Let's see. I spaced these kind of weirdly. Actually, for now, can I move this? Move. Hey, can I move you like over here? There you go. And then I can put my flower beds down. Let's do... I wonder what's the most... You know what? Okay, I'm gonna do something kind of wild. Child, what are you doing? What are you doing? I need you to come over here. There you go. Apico is so good. It's definitely good if you like having like fiddly things. Like I find Apico really relaxing, and it's also pretty fun to bomb around on with a friend. They want to keep trying because the allure of having the big MMO and the profit that comes with it. Your community will sell the product for you. You just have the price tag. They underestimate how cutthroat the market is, though. 100%. You build an island. It's hard to explain. Look it up on Steam. Okay. I will definitely. I'll look it up. I'll see what's up with it. Also, oh, I always forget that in the build menu, you're not paused. Yeah, I feel like the other thing, we were talking about this the other day in, when we were playing Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, and I was just saying, like, honestly, with MMOs, like you said, the market is, there's already like enough MMOs on the market, right? So it's like, do you think that your game is better than Final Fantasy 14? Do you think that your game has like better PvP combat than Lost Ark? Do you think that it has like a more stable player economy than old school RuneScape? Do you think it's prettier than Black Desert Online? You know, like it's just, it's like, how do you compete with those? They're like titans and they've already got their communities. So it's like, how would you tempt people away from these games that they're already established in? So I'm tired of MMOs. I think everyone is I think everyone is tired of MMOs, but they keep making them. Okay, this might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna try to... I have to get some more mulch, but I'm gonna try to make a 3x3 grid for the flowers, because I feel like that's probably the most practical for getting the hybridizations instead of my 6 blocks, but it's like that XKCD joke about, I can't believe there are over 15 types of power cables. We need to invent one that will serve as the new universal standard. I can't believe there are over 16 types of power cables. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's so true though. It's so true though. Let me put this away, I guess, and then let me grab all of these. And let's do... Okay. Hopefully. I gotta go see if I can buy more seeds from... What's her name? Let's see. I look at survival games. All I see is Call of Duty and Fortnite copy games. Yeah. There's more than enough MMOs. The community isn't going to leave those games. You're fighting over the leftover players who would never stay anyway. 100%. Apex isn't a survival game. Eternal Return isn't a survival game. Well, I guess there's a difference between, like, if by survival game you mean like a survival, like, sim game versus like a battle royale is different. Because, like, Eternal Return and Apex are battle royales. They're not survival games. They're battle royales. But if you want, like, a survival game, you're talking about, like, I don't know, Sons of the Forest or something. Like, horror survival, I guess. State of Decay 2 is a survival game. I'm actually not familiar with State of Decay 2. Let's see. Let me grab... I think she wanted pink flowers? So let's do... these, maybe. Oh, you know what? I probably planted those wrong. It's fine, though. Cannot wait for the big multiplayer Mirage to end and devs go back to making single player and co-op content. Would be nice, right? Would be nice. Let's see, let's do this and this. I actually messed up my grid, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. I will put my seeds away. State of Decay 2 is so good. Sons of the Forest, also amazing. I've only seen people play Sons of the Forest. It's not a game that would appeal to me personally, but it looks like they're like having fun bombing around in there, you know? It's a zombie game where you build a community, have to get them food and all that. See, that sounds pretty cool. They never will because a profitable multiplayer game can be kept on forever. True. I'm so very tired of PvP games. More co-op would be great. More good co-op would be great. I don't think we need more like clunky co-op, but like co-op that feels good and feels rewarding for like both players is such a win. Also, hello Raz, hello Ducky, welcome in, welcome in. Me over here just hoping the devs go back to making good games, period. For real though. For real. I hate to say it, it's like There's too many games. Like, there's too many games coming out, and most of them are terrible. And it feels really bad. And, like, what almost feels worse to me, and this is a real, like, epidemic in the cozy game space, content creators who made all of their content is just talking about game releases will sell you anything because they're just desperate to give you a list of games, and they churn out a list of games every week or something, and like because of that they will literally sell games to you. Like, they will tell you, oh my god, I'm so excited for this game, and it looks terrible. Like, you can tell from the trailer that it looks bad, and you're like, why is this creator trying to sell me on this game that is definitely like garbage and probably also like $25 for something that is like fundamentally flawed? And the answer is because they've made all of their content, instead of them like playing games, their content is made about just talking about new releases, like there's some sort of weird news source. And so that's all they have. They like have to just make videos about that. And it's super toxic. I hate it so much. I feel like I can't trust them. I feel like I can never watch creators like that and take them at their word because I just don't believe them at this point. I feel like they have shilled so many bad games that I cannot believe if they like a game. Genuinely. And personally, the whole point of like games reviewing was meant to be games reviewer plays through the entire game and then reviews the game, because obviously, like, what if the ending's terrible? What if the ending is so supremely unsatisfying that the previous, whatever, 20 hours that you spent in it feel moot? But, like, I feel like people today are like, here's my review of this game that I only played for 10 hours and it's an 80-hour game. Like, that is a completely invalid review. If you didn't finish the game, your review is not real unless the game was so broken that it had a bug that didn't let you progress. It was just bricked. You know? So it's just like, it's super frustrating. Baldur's Gate 3 is a great co-op game that recently came out. Yes, I think if you guys like things like Dungeons and Dragons, and like good storytelling, try Baldur's Gate, please. I don't like D&D at all. I've played too many tabletop RPGs, but if there's even a chance that you would like it, play it. On that note, I remember seeing someone make a post like that and recommended some mobile game trash content flip and completely forgot to mention Baldur's Gate 3 that was releasing the very next day from the video's upload date. Isn't that wild? Right? Like, isn't that crazy that someone would be like, hey, here's this really bad mobile game, and not even mention like this like clear hit. But yeah, it's really, I mean, it's unfortunately really common in the cozy game space specifically that people promote games that are clearly just garbage. They are just a money grab. There has been no attempt to make a good game. I feel like everything is like that lately. I tried to buy a computer monitor to fit a very specific use case. There were all these great reviews and videos, and then I bought it and was like, is there something wrong with me because this sucks? And then I looked up for a more specific keyword and finally found the bad reviews. Shilling is an epidemic. It really is. It's just unfortunate that I feel like a lot of people found that, like, with the internet, they could, like, make money off of promoting products, and then once you kind of, as we talked about, once you start, it's hard to stop because you cultivate an audience that is like looking for that all the time, and it kind of encourages you to be disingenuous in some way. Like, this is the classic influencer pipeline. Influencer begins very genuine and has good opinions and is promoting products that they actually care about and things that they actually think are good, and then inevitably they decide to make more content than they have good products, and then everyone loses interest and is like, well, they lied to me. I don't think I agree with needing to finish a game to fully review it. You didn't spend 200 hours in Palia, but you know you don't like it, unless the ending is supremely bad. So here's the thing, though. I would never make a video on my review of Palia. I will answer if people ask me, do you play Palia and do you like it? But I would never make a review video because I didn't genuinely play the game. Like, I played maybe like 30 or 40 hours in it, but I didn't put 200 hours into it. I didn't max out all of my skills. I didn't like go through the romance pipeline. So it's very arguable that I missed like big good things about the game because I knew that I didn't like that there was like fundamental things about it that were not for me, but I would never make a review on it because I just don't like that game just isn't for me. There's something about it that subjectively like I hate. And it clouds my ability to like progress. Which is fine. Not all games need to be for us, but I also just don't think my opinion is valid because if the game isn't for me, then like obviously I'm not going to like it. But if a game is meant for me and I play it all the way through and then I get to the end and I'm like, you know, I did like things about this game, but there's like here, you know, here's X, Y, and Z that I didn't adore, but it was meant for me. It's a game that I would otherwise enjoy. Then I think that review is more valid. But that's my personal opinion. I would never make a review for a game that I didn't finish. And you don't have to 100% it, but you should at least, like, get to the end. See all the mechanics. See all the sights. Oh my goodness, my children are, they're very... Child. Child, I need you to come over here. Come. Okay. Now they're set. I don't know what's going on in this game. There are bees shooting at wasps. Well, bees and wasps are kind of enemies in the wide world. That is true. Bees and wasps don't tend to get along super great. Especially hive bees and wasps do not, they do not tend to be friends. Oh my goodness. What is our child? Are you good? I didn't even know that our chicken friends could fly. Apparently. I mean, I know they can fly in real life. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Just going wild. They're falling in style. Bees are friends, wasps are jerks. So some wasps are not bad. Wasps, it's weird, but wasps are actually great predators for lots of bugs that you hate. However, I learned recently that this time of year, so like fall time, wasps basically, especially wasps that are like hive-based, ones that live in like colony style, they get kicked out of their nest and left to starve. And that's why they're like so aggressive at like the end of summer, because they actually are like lost and have no job and are also starving, so they just get really aggressive with everybody all the time. But you can just give them like sugar water and apparently they're like pretty chill. But also, I mean, yellow jackets, for instance, not very nice wasps that live near me. Paper wasps, not very nice wasps that live near me. However, pipe organ wasps kill so many spiders and are very chill and live near me. Cicada killers are terrifying looking wasps, but they kill all cicadas like so that they don't kill all your trees. So if you have like a bunch of like smaller bug problems, maybe let like some wasps move in and then just try and like live peaceably with them. And at this time of year, just try and like give them some sugar water and see if they chill out. They got nothing to lose. Yeah, that's definitely part of the problem. They're like loose cannons at that point. They got nothing else going on. Okay, so I'm gonna make all these turnips. I'm gonna quick go buy some more turnip seeds, and then let's go in the mines, because we need more copper. Because I misused my copper. Oops. Oops. Let's see. Hello, girl. Can I get more turnip seeds? I will say the music in this game, so good. So joyful. I've really been appreciating it. It's been very fun. Alright, those are all good. Let's see, collect all of our roasted roots. In your experience, what is your favorite farming game? So, prior to like last year / this past year, it was Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. I was a huge fan of Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, like the original on GameCube. However, I played Doraemon Story of Seasons, and that game is incredible. It is so good. If you have not played Doraemon Story of Seasons, I highly recommend it. The writing is insane. It's a beautiful game. Like, the art is incredible. I love the farming. I love the variety in the farming. I love all of the characters in it. I just felt like it was a great package. The animals are really cute. I just loved everything about that game. And we're playing through... Things got a little boggled because I just mistimed things. But we're currently playing through Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life. But once we finish Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, probably in the next month or so we'll finish, because we're in year 4. We're in like autumn of year 4 right now, and it goes all the way up through year 6. Once we finish that game, we're gonna go back to... We had started Doraemon Story of Seasons: Friends of the Great Kingdom, which is like the second game. It's not a direct sequel. Like, I don't think you would miss out if you played that game instead of the first one, but I really loved the first one. I was a huge fan of it. So that is my favorite farming sim currently. And it's in my mind, it's really hard to beat because of the writing. I really enjoyed the writing. I felt like there was a lot of attention to detail put into it, in a way that was just really good. So that's my fave. It's not a direct sequel, like Rune Factory 4 to 5 is the next game, but they aren't connected. Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you played the first game, there will maybe be some like subtle references that you would enjoy, but it's definitely not like, it's not like you're like missing out by not having played the first one. If you start at the second, it's not like you won't understand the plot or you'll be like left out of something. It just, there's like some subtle hints to the first one in a couple ways that are just, you know, they augment it. I have heard that people didn't like the pacing as well in the second game. Like, I have found that the pacing seems much quicker, and I kind of liked that it was like a longer game in the first one, but I also know that some people had issues with how much of a grind the first game was, but, you know, different strokes for different folks. But personally, I really loved the first one. So if I was going to like recommend one of them, the first one's pretty unreal. Pretty amazing. I have been meaning to play... I played the very first Rune Factory, and I didn't like it very much, but it was also like quite a long time ago, and so I have had people tell me that I really need to play like one of the more modern Rune Factories, like quote-unquote modern, as in like after 1. People have suggested 3 and 4 pretty highly, so I have been eyeing 3 special editions since that one did just come out. So we'll probably dig into that one at some point. We did also just finish Harvestella, and I genuinely really enjoyed Harvestella. I thought Harvestella was pretty great. Also, is this floor 4? Did I not have enough things for this? I must not have. I did not. Away we go. Tried playing the most recent Rune Factory, and it was so soulless I couldn't get past the first few days. Oof. Yeah, I have heard people didn't seem to like 5 as much. My favorite one was Room Factory 4 because it had a bit more in the combat aspect and you can run your own shop. Ooh, sounds fun. Oh, you need a hammered copper seal? Dang, floor 5, going wild. Okay, I guess I gotta go back and get some of those. I don't know if that boy just didn't see me. I don't know. Maybe I'm too strong for him. There we go. Maybe I need to go make some hammered copper seals. Maybe that's a good idea. Quick duck out, make some hammered copper seal. I assume we need a few. Maybe it's like the next 5 levels. I'll make like 2 and then I'll see if it continues or if it's only like every 5 that you need the hammered. I actually beat Room Factory 5 and it's like real rough. They spent time making the game work in 3D, more time making the game work in 3D than making it good. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. It's always disappointing when like a game in a series, like the newest one in a series, isn't as nice as you like wanted it to be, you know? When you like I don't know, that you don't feel like you get what you wanted out of it is always disappointing. So, also, can't tell if this is just like condensation on my mug from my water being really cold or if my mug is leaking. Probably condensation. It's just a lot though. Picked it up and there was like a lake underneath it. There was a lot. Okay, I made a couple of these seals. Just in case the next like 5 levels need the hammered ones. And then we can go like delve a little bit more. But I didn't want to make all of mine into hammered copper and if it was like, oh, well, you actually don't need these ever again. They're working on 2 new Rune Factory games, so there's hope. We've got 6 and Project Dragon, which is Japanese inspired, on the horizon. So hopefully Rune Factory isn't going to die in 5. The one thing I will say is Marvelous seems to be very good in general as a game company about taking into account critique. Like, they do show that they listen when people are like, we didn't like this thing. As long as the game is like in a state where it can be changed, they do seem to like try and change it, which is good. Obviously not fundamental things to their games, like I've seen people play farming sims and then be like, this is boring. And it's like, bro, it's a farming sim. Like, what did you think we were doing here? Like, you're farming, you're growing stuff. Yeah, it's boring because you're growing stuff. Correct. Watching things grow is slow and often boring for the average person. This game is not for you. Please move on. Also, this might come off a little harsh. Farming sims are not dating sims. If the main reason that you're playing a farming sim is because you just want a dating sim, then you need to go just play a dating sim. There are really much more robust dating sims out there. If the main thing you like about farming sims is romance, you don't like farming sims, you like dating sims. And I encourage you to just go play a dating sim. Because you'll probably have a better time. You will probably enjoy it more. So I feel like a lot of times there'll be people who are like, wow, there's no romance in this farming sim. I hate this. And it's like, that's not the point of this game genre, my friends. It's great that if you like the romance, that's cool. And it's fair to critique bad romance in a farming sim as far as like, why have it if you're gonna not deliver on it. However, if the main reason that you're in this game is because you don't care about farming and you don't care about raising animals and you don't want a rural slice of life game and your whole thing is that you just want to marry people and yeah, have like lots of interesting dialogue, there are literally other game genres just for that. They do exist. So that is my main critique. I often see people say that, the romance was bad in this game. I'm like, well, it's a farming sim, not a dating sim. You right. That is not the point here. I picked up 5 to play while bedbound recovering from a surgery. I still couldn't play it. It was that bad. Oh no, you had like nothing else to do and you still were like, this ain't it. This ain't it. Alright, grab those. Well, they are dropping iron ore, which is nice. Grab all these. Let's see. Oh, there's 2 of you here. I like that you can hit both at once, though. Oh, they jumped in the wrong directions. There we go. There we go. Okay. But yeah, one of my favorite things about Doraemon Story of Seasons was there was no romance. But the interpersonal relationships were very well written. But I was like, wow, refreshing that I don't have to have this awkward romance plot that is poorly put together. A breath of fresh air. I don't generally even want to romance half these people. It's just like, well, you gotta progress the plot in some ways by marrying someone, I guess. You like can't get like all of the story or lots of cutscenes and things if you don't marry in a lot of these games. I think cozy games need charm, in my personal opinion. Something that gives you the warm and fuzzies, like the idyllic little town in some places you'd love to get lost in. 100%. I think that like intangible element is very important to farming sims, or like cozy games in general. There needs to be something that like, I don't know, gets you excited to hang out there, you know? To be fair, romance has kind of become a standard feature now. Not a main feature, but one common enough. The issue is they're put there just to be there, like checking off boxes. Yeah, that's why I just think that, like, I think it's fair to critique if a romance is clunky or awkward, but I don't think that you should be going into farming sims. Like, I have seen lots of reviews of farming sim games where people are like, I only wanted to play through the romance in this game, and it's bad. And it was like, then why are you here? Why, though? If your whole thing was that the romance was the most important element, I gotta ask myself why you are playing a farming sim. I get confusioned. But you should be critical. If the game feels like it's making you do romance, and it's clunky and soulless, critique away. Tell them you don't like it. That is more than fair. Oh. Thought I had my thing out, but I did not. Let's see, are there any more friends? There is one of these dudes. I don't know what these dudes do. I haven't figured out their attack yet, I guess. Maybe they don't attack. Maybe they're just kind of spinning around. Because I haven't seen them really do anything. Raz, don't farm the fairies. They're my friends. Don't worry. We have not encountered a single fae folk yet. And thank you so much for the resub, Rissa. Thank you, thank you. Hope your Saturday's going well. Hope things are good by you. Welcome in. Oh yeah, if they wanted romance from a farming sim, they're wrong. Honestly, most farming sim characters, I wouldn't romance. Oh, 100%. Raz is my eternal Prime sub. I'm very honored by that. Thank you, Rissa. Yeah, I am genuinely touched if you guys choose to spend your one Prime sub on me. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? The game is called Fae Farm. What do you do if not farm the Fae? I don't know. We haven't seen a single Fae person yet. Like, no one with wings. Bless you, Miss Pickles. That was a big sneeze. I mean, where else am I gonna get bop? True. I am the only one that I know of with a gramophone. Also, the only one with a gramophone with music notes that are backwards. I don't know if anyone noticed that. It was kind of an accident, but I didn't feel like I felt like it was gonna be a big back and forth with the artist to get that fixed. So I was just like, you know what? Maybe those are music notes that are playing for someone on the other side of the emote. I was like, whatever. The notes be backwards. It's just looking in a mirror. It's fine. It's fine. All is well. All is well. It's all good. Let's pet our chickens. What's today? Wednesday? It's tomorrow, I think, that is the thunderstorm. Yes. Okay. Okay. We will not put our animals out tomorrow. Got the mood board back for my armored outfit. Ooh, that sounds super fun. That sounds super fun. Fae doesn't refer only to fairies. I'm pretty sure those floating monsters are a type of fae. True. You know what? True. Like, I guess... Does anyone know the name for the yokai in Japan that is... I think there's a general term for yokai that are reanimated. Or animated, I guess. They're not reanimated. They were not previously animated. Inanimate objects? Yeah, it's called a yokai, duh. There's one that I think is specific to that type, but I don't remember. But it's like I know there's one that's like an umbrella one, which is specifically umbrellas, but I thought there was one that was just like any object that has gained sentience. Tskumogami. Oh, there you go. There we go. There's probably a bunch of them though. Because there are tons of specific names for particular animated objects. There's lots of yokai, to be honest. It could also even be regional. I wouldn't be surprised if different regions in Japan have different names for like the whole, hey, these are animated, previously inanimate objects. It's a type of yokai that springs forth from an old object when it gains a soul and has become sentient. Yes. It's also one of the reasons that, like, folklore is actually one of the reasons that you might be hard-pressed to find, like, different objects in, like, thrift stores, or why thrift stores previously weren't necessarily super popular, because, like, there was, like, this belief that if an object got to be 100 years old, it would, like, animate. Not all objects, but obviously there are plenty of heirlooms and antiques that have been passed down, but... Raz, I don't want to alarm you, but this game is calling you a hack. I don't wear a watch, so I wouldn't encounter any yokai. Those are the rules, I'm pretty sure. True, yokai watch does make it compelling that you have to wear a watch in order to encounter the friends. Okay, so the cooking hearth. Okay, so we need a food prep table and a cooking hearth. So we need 2 copper ingots for this and more stone bricks. And then we need 1 copper ingot, so we need 3 total for these. Plus 1 oak lumber. Okay, let's get those started. So let's make 1 of these. Let's make 3 ingots. Some stone bricks. Oh yeah, we also need to make... We need to make hammered. How many did we need, though? Because I feel like floor 8 needed engraved, which is... I don't know. I don't know how many of these we needed. I actually really enjoyed Yokai Watch when I played it on 3DS years ago. It was a nice little RPG. Yeah, I think Yokai Watch was really fun on 3DS. I think it's a good one if you like monster collecting. It was a fun little monster battling RPG. Got all the yokai on Final Fantasy XIV, got the weird chair mount for it and everything. That's very joyful. That is very joyful. Okay, let me grab this first ingot. Actually, no, we already have 1 in our inventory, right? Yes. Let me quick run and upgrade our watering can, since might as well do that. Should also check how much iron we have. Because I want to see if we might be able to upgrade some of our other tools. Open shop. Ta-da! Tool was upgraded. Okay. Hello, friend. I would also like to see how many... So you need 2 iron ingots for all of these? Yes, okay. And it's 500 florins per. I also didn't even notice that those cost money. I was just like, focused. Just run up on the table and assert dominance, get your stuff upgraded. That's what I seem to be doing. That is what I seem to be doing. Just like racing up there and standing on Cinder's table and being like, hello. I'm here to inform you that I would like my tools upgraded. Beans. Soon. I don't think I got given... Yeah, I don't think I got given fertilizer. I wonder if Holly sells it, though. Because I think one of my quests... Oh yeah, I need to go talk to the trainer. Side quests. Oh yeah, I need to reach a cozy count. I probably need to make some furniture. Also, Sleeve, thank you so much for the posture check and the hydrate. I will do that. And Rissa, thank you for the pet pick redeem. I don't know where she is right now, but do you have any special requests for your pet pick redeem? She's run off somewhere. It's probably wreaking havoc. Always head scratches. Okay, I will give her head scratches for you. Place 1 bounteous fertilizer. Okay, let me see if Holly has that. She probably does, but let's see. What up, Holly? Open shop. Bounteous. Fertilizer that gives a chance every night to increase crop yields. We'll buy 1, because I only need 1 for the quest. Let's see. Let's do... There we go. Bounteous fertilizer. Right there. Ready. Actually, I wonder if in my dungeon tracker, Saltwater Mines... Okay, 8... Oh, it does tell me what I need. Oh, handy. Okay, so I need hammer, copper, seal for 8, and then I need engraved for 9. Okay. Let's do that then. Let's do hammered. And we need, oof. We need lots of peridot. How is Fate Farm going so far? It's going pretty well. Our animals are really cute. I meant to actually check. I wanted to see if I could breed a different colored chicken. Let me see. Oh, also. We got a worker bee. Can we get beehives in this game? Can I keep bees? Because I can't, well, I can, but I can't really keep bees in real life because honeybees are actually invasive in my area and they kill native bee populations, which is pretty rough. So I will probably never keep bees in real life, but I can keep bees in my farming sims. I could live vicariously through my farming sims. Nicely done. I reckon you'll be getting a lot more out of your farm now that you've got the hang of fertilizers and soils. Give them a try and see what grows. Hello, sir. Buy, sell. Oh, I don't have access to my stuff. Actually, do you give me charms? Breeding services. Shop breeding items. Oh. Okay, what about undiscovered item, undiscovered. Ooh, I want to turn one of our animals black, but let's get a tan charm. Don't have enough room in your backpack. Oh my goodness. I'm full? Oh, my inventory is full. Whoops. Whoops. Invasive bees, I just imagine them with this little mini howitzer. Very funny mental image. Luckily, they're not quite that aggressive, I guess. Not quite like that. Alright, let's put all of these away, because I can still craft with all of them. Just like this. Let's see, put all these away. Probably need that in my inventory. Yes. Let me actually start, I guess if I'm going to grab... Let me make one more while I'm at it. Keep the little bee, buddy. Yeah, we'll keep the bee for now. I think, yesterday someone came in and asked if there was a museum, but it seems like there might be a conservatory, like where you can keep bugs and stuff. So I think I should probably be saving, like, rare things, to be honest. That would probably be in my best interest to do. Let me see. I think I can get my chicken. Should we get a tan chicken? Or should we try for a tan chicken or a tan rabbit? What do you guys think? What should we breed first? More chickens or more rabbits? I still insist that if you ever find a place to raise a duck, you better name one Cover. Oh my god, Rissa, I forgot to tell you about the absolute travesty that happened in A Wonderful Life. So I had no roosters, but I had a male duck. So I thought that my ducks were the only ones that were laying fertilized eggs. So I got a fertilized egg, and I was like, oh cool, must be a duck egg. So I put it into the incubator, and it hatched as like a little chick thing. And I was like, oh great, this little baby burb. I will name this Cover for Rissa because it's a duck. And instead, it was a chicken. So somehow my ducks and chickens crossbred, which I didn't even know was possible. So there is now a chicken named Cover, which makes even less sense, to be honest. I kind of want to see what a tan chicken looks like because it's so blue. I want to see. Okay, come, Peckham. Come, friend. We have to go to the breeding spot. I like how the chicken, it's just running, but it kind of looks like it's Naruto running. Is this the game with co-op? Yes, this game has co-op. The host can, whoever is hosting the game can progress their story, their plot, like delve deeper in their minds and stuff. And any people who join them get equal money, but don't progress their plot. So it's actually kind of a nice, like, hop in, hop out system. Yes, include charm. Here you go. I do want to choose the tan charm. Yes. Okay. Good luck, friend. Bye-bye, Peckham. Be right back. Hopping into Raz's game to unleash her bees. No, I'd never do that. I don't have any bees to unleash. They're in my pockets. I have pockets full of bees. But yeah, you can play this game with up to 3 friends. So if that's something you're excited about, it's got it for you. Oh my goodness. Pigpen is sad without their friend here now, because I banished Peckham to go create more chickens. My favorite kind of co-op. Hey, I got 20 minutes. I'm gonna hop in for a bit. Exactly, yeah, so it's not like you need a separate save or, you know, you don't have to worry about increasing, you know, like, maybe you wanted to do stuff yourself or with somebody else and you didn't want to change your game save or anything. You don't have to, which is nice. Is nice. Ooh. Iron. Let's make an iron ingot. Okay, so now I think I can make cooking hearth. Let's make one of those. Place this, and then we want... Oh, we need stone bricks. Are you cooking stone bricks? No. Oh, we don't have any stones. Let me see if there's any up here. I just looked at the game up. I saw a potion brewing mechanic. Yes, there are potions because there's dungeon crawling. So you can have like mana potions and health potions, all that good stuff. So, just saying. Might be right up your alley. It might be your jam. Also, what am I supposed to be doing? Upgrade at least an iron pickaxe from sender. Use an iron pickaxe as magical ability. Okay. Mysterious Grove. Oh yeah, I can't pass this, I don't think. No, I cannot. Look, I'm just here for the fairies. Well, we haven't met any of the winged folk yet. I feel like I probably have to progress a little farther. There's like, if you look at the map, there's like, we're in the spooky woods. You see all of the clouds, I think, are like fog that I think can be removed. Whoa, queen bee. What does the queen do? Her rare royal highness, ruler of pollen, honey, and hive, may be seen anywhere in Azoria. We got her. We got her. Let me see if there's any. I'm kind of looking for rocks, but don't know if there's any around here. Potions are fun. It feels quite rewarding to walk into a new part of the dungeon and have the perfect bottle to counter the status. Yeah. I'm excited to see how the dungeons progress, but I also like that they're not too wild either. Hey there, champ. The name's Drac, but you can call me Drac. Whoa, is that an actual magical staff? Careful waving that thing around. I know that you're trying, but can tell you don't have any training. Good news for you. I'm a great teacher, and I'm available. I can see the heart of a hero in you, champ. Take that staff of yours and smash some of those mind-dwelling jumbles. It's all about stance and balance. Feel the weight in your hands and keep loose. Swing with your whole body, not just your arms. That should cover the basics. Why don't you test yourself against some jumbles? Whacking 10 jumbles should be a good test for you. Come back to me once you're done, champ. Jumbles are the animated critters in the mines. They call them jumbles. Might ramp up a bit, but I don't see them getting too wild. The devs run a Monster Hunter style game, so that's where they put their wild combat stuff. Yeah, it has so far felt quite relaxed, so I don't think it's I'm not too concerned, really. Not too concerned. Okay, let me see what I can do. Okay, so fresh greens and mixed berries. Okay, so I definitely need the chopping station. Trail mix. Okay, yeah, I need to get some more rocks. Let's go. Let's go chop some rocks in the mines and then probably pass out in the mines. Be teleported back to our house with no penalty. Off. I guess there's some here. I think I need 10, right? I think I do. See if there's any more just in case. Okay. There were some in the forest too, you just walk by them. It's fine. It's fine. Grab some more energy. Alright. Here we go. I think that should be enough, honestly. I do like these little, like, energy packs that you can pick up. They are definitely very handy. Make things much easier that it's like, oh, okay, at nighttime you can, like, you know, get some energy back so you can actually do things. Mining 5s means you get them in 1 tick now. That's helpful. Yeah, that is helpful. Just, like, less time. I think it was just the 1 brick that we needed, right? Oh, we needed 2. Oops. Let's make, I guess, another stone brick after this. Oh, we don't have enough. Let me go grab. There's gotta be 1 more in the woods somewhere. I can't grab these ones, it looks like, weirdly enough. Well, I guess maybe I can grab 1. I can't walk in this, stuff. Oh, backpack is full? Great. Too much. Too many things. I need to, like, put that queen bee away. Transfer. Put her bee friend away. The one thing that I maybe don't love is that time does not stop when you're, like, in your inventory like this. Like, in your storage box. So, be fast, I guess. The return of the timers, but at least they're not 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, Paleo is maybe the worst timing system I've ever seen. It literally did feel like a minigame. But maybe, I don't know, maybe some people like that. Can I get... No, they're all just stuck in the miasma over there. Okay, well we only needed 1, I think. think we just needed the one anyway. Will it finish before I get knocked out, though? Fine question. I guess that's because of co-op. Since co-op Stardew, that's the same. Game really says use your time wisely like real life. Yeah, true. It might be, yeah, it might be like Stardew in that way. You would think it would just do it when you had someone in for co-op, but maybe they're like, listen, you need to make time move at some point. You gotta experience the passage of time somehow, friend. Alright. I guess we'll just pass out. That's fine. It's 6 a.m. It is thunderstorming today, so animals will not go outside. I do like how if we just stand in the rain, our watering can just casually fills up, though. At least passing out doesn't cost you money. Costs you no money and no time. So you don't, like, wake up late, either. You wake up at the same time. There's literally no penalty to passing out, and there's no penalty to using all your energy. Using all your energy is just like Harvest Moon SNES. So it just, like, it just doesn't matter. You run out of energy and you can't do more, but you don't, like, pass out and die at your house. So I wonder how these work. Guess we'll see. I don't know how the hybridization works. Also, I guess, is that like a seed got left behind? Okay, I'll leave them for a day. I'll see if they hybridize themselves. I might have to, like, look that up. It's possible that I am not clear. Okay. Let's use this. What did I want to make? Let's see. What do I have available to me? There's wild salad. Hello again. Hello, Pillow. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ma'am, are you cold? You're shivering. Am I? Oh, I am. Oh, well. Oh, well. Until I get sick. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Ooh, steamed fish looks pretty good. Trail mix. Diced roots. Tuber salad. Alright, let's get some fish. Let's make some steamed fish. Let's see. Let's see if this boy turns around. Reel him in. There we go, got our river cod. There's a random chance daily for the space between flowers to spawn a hybrid flower. Okay, so I shouldn't pick them, I'll just leave them. Okay, good to know. Thank you for looking that up. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. You also have to try not to fall in the water, because you can swim. You can just, like, fall into the bodies of water, which I have done a fair few times. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's see. Chop up 2 of these, I think. Oh, it's nice because it makes 2 fillets out of 1 fish. A little bit more. And then, what did I need to work with the steamed fish? And then I needed fresh greens as well, which is the arugula. I need to go pick more arugula. I don't know if there's a way to grow it. It might just be foraged every day. And now, let's make some steamed fish. Okay, I need more fresh greens. Okay. Let me go find some. You might want to pick the middle one as it doesn't cross with any other flower. Then you can use the top and bottom for more flowers. With that center being a cross spot. You're right. You're right. That's probably a good idea. They seem to reseed themselves though, so maybe I've just made a big mistake, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? If the flower is watered, it reseeds. Oh, okay, okay. Interesting. That's kind of a cool mechanic. Kind of cool. Let's see. I feel like I saw some arugula over here at some point. Let's see. Did I see some down this way? Yeah, there was a couple. There's that. I guess I need to make a beverage station too. Because I think drinks also seem to have like decent energy recovery is kind of what it made it seem like. Also, it seems like drinks are important because you need them, I think, for the frozen area so you don't freeze. It's fine. We'll let the flowers grow in and then we'll water them and pick them. Hot drink. Yes. Yes, because there's a like frozen area, but if you start going up there, you get a like freezing meter that starts to increase very rapidly. So it's clearly meant to be not just run up to. I need more clay for that. Beach logs and clay. Okay. Can go grab some clay from somewhere. Actually, there's probably some down there. Everyone's favorite region, the ice area. Definitely not annoying ever. Yeah. I don't know how many people love the you must consume X thing so that you don't freeze to death in icy region, but I don't know. Maybe there's someone out there that likes that. I don't know. Is it a farming sim? You can plant crops and farm monsters for materials. Imagine if Monster Hunter was a farming sim. I mean, if you can plant crops, I guess it's like on the edge. Technically, I would argue that a farming sim really needs that like idyllic rural small town life sim vibe. But that's getting kind of picky. There's lots of like farming adjacent games out there. Also, how much does this give? Oh, it's plus 50. Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot. Also, I need to make more of these. I like how it just chops by itself too. Like, my input is clearly not needed there. Fresh greens, fish fillet. Oh, I can make another one too. Okay. Interesting. Prepare one. Let me drop these off. Oh, interesting. I can also see, I don't know if you saw they have like their genes. You can see, like it looks like you can have like a red flower but with like a recessive white gene maybe, which might make the hybridization process more interesting. Kind of cool. I would play the heck out of Monster Hunter Backcountry. Challenge accepted. I'll make a cyberpunk dystopia farming sim where you fight against the corporations by maintaining a small home farm. Sounds joyful. Don't look at their jeans, Raz. They're wearing those. That's funny. Okay, we got a bunch of, like, good food now. Better than these roast veg, to be honest. Can probably sell these roast veg in town, recoup some cash. Also, I guess, snails for days. I like the jazzy, like, music we got going on right now. I'm a fan. I actually remember seeing a horror farming sim recently. Was it Pumpkin Panic? Pumpkin Panic is a horror farming sim. It's like a little dude with a pumpkin face. And then there's like creatures that come out at night and like attack you on your farm. It seems pretty spooky. We're gonna play that the first stream of October, I think is the plan. But that's maybe the most recent one. There's also Critter Crops, but Critter Crops I wouldn't count as like a horror sim. It's just like Halloween themed. Your goal was to avoid the creatures and make enough money to escape the farm. Yeah, I think that's Pumpkin Panic, which I'm excited to play. Oh, I'm cold? Well, too bad, girl. Too bad. I guess I need that that drink station. I guess I should chop down this tree because I can't see my drink station. That sounds so exciting. Yeah, it's like, it's definitely a wild take on a farming sim. It sounds like it'll be a good time. Let's see, iced tea, green juice, cooling drink, cooling, a warming tea. Let's make some green tea. Also restores 20 energy. Pretty good. Because tea leaves are pretty easy to come by. Okay, and then if I go into my inventory... Actually, where... Let's see. Inventory... Consume. Okay, so now I'm not dying from the elements. Okay. I feel like I need to move some stuff around though. Actually. So we can't move the buildings. I actually like when buildings can't be moved in farming sims. Kind of one of my favorite things. I don't want the burden of choice to have to figure out, like, where to put stuff. But I'm trying to... I need to riddle out, like, where some of my stuff should go. Because I feel like I need to figure out probably a better placement for my crafting stuff, I think. Because I don't know that it's in the most, you know, optimal spot. I want it to be out of the way so I don't look at it, because I hate crafting machines. Crafting machines are a pox. I wish they never came to farming sims. Too many options is an issue a lot of games run into. They focus on providing many choices rather than quality choices. I agree. I think sometimes, like, it's nice to have a lot of options in some ways, but it also makes it so that, like, you just don't have as much... I just don't have as much fun. You know? I'm always just like, oh. Also, Kurosami VT, hello! Welcome in! Thank you so much for the raid! Let me get you a raid shout out. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, what were you playing? You were playing Shadowverse. Ooh, how was that? Hello, hello. Hopefully your stream was good. But welcome, Raiders! My name is Rizaldia. I go by Raz for short. I'm a marionette VTuber. I mainly play farming sims. Today we're playing Fae Farm, which just released, which is a brand new farming sim with up to 3-player, well, 3 friends plus you, 4-player co-op. But welcome in, welcome in. How was Shadowverse? Kuro found the stream I went to. Hope things were good though. Hopefully it was fun. It was good. I haven't played in a while, so it was nice getting back into it. Nice, nice. I'm glad. I'm glad it was good. Glad it sounds like it was enjoyable. It is too warm. Yeah, I feel that. It has been quite warm by me as well, which I have not enjoyed. I've not had as many good things to say about that, for sure. But welcome in. Obviously, if you have to go get food, rest, get a drink, any of that good stuff, obviously we'd love to have you, but if you have to dash, definitely don't feel pressured to stay. Gonna shove my head into the fridge now. Have a good stream. Sounds good, sounds good. Thank you for bringing everybody by. I super appreciate it. I hope shoving your head into the fridge cools you off as you wanted. But thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. Let's see. I like how everything big stacks in my storage container. I am a fan of that. Let's see. I think I can make trail mix too. Does it say how much? Does it say on here and I just... Oh, it does. How much is trail mix? Trail mix is 50 as well. How many berries do I get? Oh, it's 1-to-1 for berries. I see. I see. Oh, the nuts seem to give us more nuts, though. The berries are just 1-to-1. Oh. Maybe because berries, there's more of them. I get it. I get it. Alright, let's see. I think we can make some trail mix. Tasty trail mix, which has no cook time, it looks like, which is nice, I guess, if you're in a rush. If you have places to be. And let's see. Craft that. Oh, it does have cook time. Not too long, though. Okay, so everything that I unlocked, I think, is 50 energy, though, which is pretty good. Food out here is tasty. Okay. So we got all those. Plants are thriving. Check on our cottontail. Sleppin' seems to be doing just fine. Let me see what the weather was gonna be like for tomorrow. Let's see. Sunny and then cloudy. And then cloudy for like several days. Okay. Also, not sure if they're gonna tell me when my chicken is ready to be picked up. Or if I will just find that out for myself. I don't know. I guess also build catalog. Oh yeah, I meant to see if there was anything really cute to be made in here. A relaxing, cozy item. These have lots of things. Oh, I kind of like this plant thing though. Inspiring cozy item. Rugs. Yeah, how much? What do I need for the rug? I need cotton fabric. So there's that. I could make a basket. A hay bundle for inside my house. Interesting. Or I guess this is inside and outside. It's just we're in the furniture section, so it's encouraging us to do the indoor stuff. Also, that looks cool. That looks really cool. Wall decor. Interesting. Let's go sleep. We didn't make much money today, but I feel like we're slowly, probably from doing quests and stuff, gaining money. Shockingly. Raz, hello, Remy. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. We're just vibing. Fae Farm, I'm gonna go see if my chicken is ready to be picked up. But first, we must pet our rabbit and give it a brushing. Big brush. And we can let it outside because it's sunny. I'm tired, but good, good, good. I'm glad, I'm glad. Z, thank you so much for the gift sub to Remy. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That was very kind. And Remy, I hope you enjoyed the emotes. Welcome back to the cottage. To the jam fam. Oh, I guess hi to Am Lurk. Hello, hello. Enjoy your lurk. Don't feel pressured to chat if you have other things that you're working on. Hope you're doing well, though. Hope your Saturday's chill, relaxing. Oh, I finally got some beans. Nice. Oh, I forgot that this row I planted like a day later. Womps, womps. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I have messed all of these up. Whoops, whoops. I guess you don't need to water... I guess you don't need to water the flowers. So, we'll let them grow again. Less on the staying up, more on the sleeping in. I mean, sleeping in is good. Getting some extra rest, always a positive. Let me drop some stuff off. Let's see. Drop the beans off. I don't know what we can use those for. Also, I will drop the tea off, because I don't think we need that just yet. Let me go see if our chicken is ready, or chiku, as they are called. They are not technically chickens, they are chikus. Is ready to be picked up. No, he looks like he's still going. Peckham is currently getting to know their partner. When the process is complete, Peckham will return home and you must return here to pick up your new baby animal. Oh, okay, okay. So Peckham will just automatically come hang out with us, it looks like. I guess to the mines we go. Off to the mines. We yearn for the mines. Though we are an adult, so it's not so bad if we yearn for the mines. Also, hold on just 1 second. I just want to check something really fast. Let me see, let me see. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting pinged about anything, but I'm not. All is well. Alright, we'll do a little bit of mine delving, and then probably after this day, we'll probably end for today. Because I can feel myself getting hungry. I feel the hunger encroaching. I think I'm also just gonna run through kind of some of these early floors. See if we can see more of the later floors without having to use too much energy. Because we need more like periodots and stuff. Probably some citrines as well, so probably should save energy on these floors. Or later floors. Talking about hunger like it's an eldritch entity creeping in from the pale to make you want to eat. It kind of is though, isn't it? Isn't that kind of an accurate description of hunger? That's how I feel hunger works. That's kind of my vibe. Let's see. Also, I don't know if Periodot can even spawn. Was this floor 5? No, sir. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I mean, kinda, since hunger is really all in your head, just like Eldritch Nightmares. There you go. Oops. Oops. I forgot that you don't keep your... That is one thing. I wish you would keep, like... If I had my staff equipped, I wish I would just keep it equipped when I, like, move to a new floor. If I was smart, I would have juggled those two by just hitting whichever one was gearing up, because clearly my knockback is, like, enough. Bless you, Miss Pickles. That was a big sneeze. I wonder if you can actually get them mid-animation too. Kind of, I think. Kinda. Let's see, is there any Periodot around here? Because I don't think I need, like, that much citrine. There we go. There we go. There we go. Pickles is here, and now you must pet. She is, well, she's not here. She's like over the way. But I will pet her. Don't worry. She will get her snugs. She will get her snugs. Gonna head out. I wish you a good day and rest. Thank you, Sleep. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. I hope the rest of your day goes well. Oh, I guess if you stand under those dudes, they do hit you. I was wondering how their damage works, but it looks like, so they don't seem to have a telegraphed attack, but if you stand under them and they spin, they do get you. These two have like telegraphed attacks, like big cones. Though the mimics are obviously larger cones than these little dudes. Alright, let me get some... They spin, and if you get hit, it's your own fault. Yep. That seems to be the case. That is my impression, at least. Alright, door is open. Forgot that we put the thing in here. Okay, so this door is not open, but it does have periodots, which is good. There we go. Okay, so let me grab these. These are valuable. We need these for the seals that we're gonna need. There we go. Got all those. Also, we probably need coal, because you need coal to do all the smelting and stuff, so might as well snag some. Thought I saw a little dude over here, but maybe I made that up. The two-part dash is kind of annoying from these guys, because, like, they can get... Also, I don't love that they can pass over rocks. I wish that they, too, were stopped by the rocks. Like, why can they pass, but I can't? What is their secret? Like, they're just a box. Stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. Guess not. Alright, let's kill these dudes. Need to not be underneath them. Let's see, kill this little dude. Any more? Don't think so. Okay. Nice. Get our green gems. There we go. Also, probably should consume a health pot. And, yeah. They're just a box, but the box hops to attack. Yeah, I guess we don't really have... We're not really jumping. We also can, like, perma-stagger them out of their attack, so really, if I was just less bad... I was just paying attention more. This would probably be a little bit more trivial. It's probably better not to do the third attack, actually, in some way, because the third attack, like, knocks back, which is, like, maybe the more annoying bit. And it's me doing it, so... Also, this is iron, right? I think it is. Also, I think it's funny the enemy that has hurt you the most is the enemy that you weren't even sure if they attacked. I know, right? Like, I was like, did these guys even have an attack? And then they're literally, like, hard beating me up for, I don't know, slandering their brethren, which, you know, fair, I guess. Raz out here figuring out the best rotations for attacks. I really think using the third attack is a mistake. Because then you can just, like, perma-get them, you know? See? Because they can't attack if I do that. How's the farm going? Hello, Mighty T. Welcome in, welcome in. Farm is going well. Right now I'm beating up animated inanimate objects in the mines, as you do, I guess. Does the third hit harder? Yeah, so there's like the 2 attacks and the third does like a knockback. So it probably does hit harder, like it probably does more damage, but you can kind of just, if you just do the 1 hit instead of like hit back and then the smash does the knockback. But if you leave a gap, you kind of just hit him with the first, oh, what's this dude? He tried to smack me with his thing. He wasn't successful though. But I shouldn't let my hubris get me. Raz showing her pro fighting gamer here. The stunlock build. As sad as it is, a lot of games where combat is the secondary feature, the finisher is detrimental until you fight bosses where knockback and stuns are relevant. True, true. To be fair, though, in here, the combat doesn't feel bad. Like, it doesn't feel really clunky or anything. So, it seems not bad. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. Hello, Uranium. Welcome in, welcome in. We are just, you know, exploring Fae Farm, delving in the mines. We made it to floor 12. I guess we gotta figure out a way out of here. Oh, did that give me, like... Oh no. I was like, was that giving me XP back? But it wasn't. I'd hope it wasn't clunky. They had years to do combat with their other game. Well, true, but think of all the games that have clunky combat that had years to work on it. You know? Also, what is this? Small whirlwind potion. A cyclone will appear from your staff while attacking, dealing damage to nearby jumbles. Ooh, that's kind of nice. That ain't bad. Gotta unlock this door. There we go. Okay, more of these dudes. Let's see. There we go. Oh, you're gonna try? No, sir. It really is. Honestly, the trickiest friend that we've encountered in here is this octopus on the wheel. I gotta say, they actually hit pretty hard. I just got lucky before. I was spared. Is stick your only weapon? Yeah, the like magic staff is our only weapon, though I think we can upgrade it. We haven't so far, but I think we probably get like more spells or like buffs to it and stuff. I imagine we probably get a special of some kind. Stunlock build. But I haven't, I guess technically magical tool hacks is our like main story quest, which I imagine you upgrade it via the main story, so. We probably just need to get through that. Which I need to just get an iron pickaxe. Which I should be able to do now. We picked up a lot of iron in here. Oh, there's a lot of periodot in here. Nice. Iron, periodot. We'd love to see it. It might also be possible that there's other, like, weapons or other variations of the staff. Which I wouldn't be so, like, super surprised at, considering it is, like, it is a game that has co-op, so... Having a little bit more, like, speccing wouldn't be unusual, I think, but we'll see. The stunlock build, you guys, the stunlock build is broken. I wonder if they didn't think that anyone would do that. If they were like, oh, people will just be button mashing, so they won't just do the first attack over and over by leaving a little space and not chaining their attacks together. Because it seems, at least all these early enemies just get kind of bopped by it. And it interrupts all their attacks. Oh. There we go. There's literally zero way that wasn't caught in playtesting. Hopefully. Hopefully. It has to be intentional, right? Like it... Right? Hopefully. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They must have playtested, figured that out, and been like, well, the people that will figure it out will figure it out. Also, welcome in, Chev. Hope you're doing well. I want to go further. I am going to pass out in the mines for sure. But, whatever. I think it's worth. Seeing more floors, I think, is a positive. If anything, because playtesters will be so mind-numbingly bored, any way to make the game easier is a godsend. Yeah, true. Is there anything I can eat right now? Can I drop this? Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. I ran right back into it. Okay, let me... Oh, fine, you got me, sir. I'm trapped in these rocks. There we go. Okay, the other attack was useful. I just wanted this... Okay, I got one. I got one aquamarine. Fine, fine. Took too much time. Like, doing your taxes, a little bit of a sanity, it could be fun too. True. Your new baby animal is born. Wow. Okay, we gotta go pick up our baby animal. That'll be our last thing for today. We'll go get our baby animal. We drop all of our stuff, though. We got many things. I don't know, I guess maybe I'll put the potions away. I don't think I need them right now. So, oh, we got a lot of periodot too. And because we saw so many floors, we'll be able to see exactly which seals we need to bring. Does it deal more damage than 50 C1 hits? I don't know. Yeah, the first attack might at some point lose effectiveness. Also, how did you guys get outside? I didn't let you out. I mean, I'm glad that you're enjoying the sunshine, but still. Hello, Peckham. Welcome. Welcome. Alright, let me add... Okay, I need to add, let's see, probably... And I'll add another one when the baby gets here. Did the damage of roughly 3 if my ability to read health bars is good. Okay. Alright. Let's go grab our child, our new child. Let's see if they actually turned out a different color. Because it's only a chance. The charm doesn't guarantee the color, from what I can understand, so... Where's our child? Oh, Dilly's a good name. I love it. We did get a tan chicken, I think, unless the chicks are always tan. The ticks, God. Come on, little buddy. Uh-oh. Are you stuck? Did our child get stuck? Oh, there it is. Hello, child. Come, come. Okay, I'm just gonna go to my house. Let's assume the chick will make it. What's the dilly with Dilly? I don't know. Dilly is dilly-dallying, that's for sure. To be expected, perhaps. Oh, let's see. Dilly, register buddy. Dilly, welcome. Hello, Dilly. Have some pets. Alright, let me put some food in the trough. He ain't the brightest tool in the shed, but he means well. He's doing his best. Or I guess she, because I guess they're all hens. Mood unsure. Yeah, to be fair, I too would be unsure, I think. Alright, we gotta plant some more stuff. I wonder if we should plant... I've been planting turnips. But maybe, now that we're off the roasted root veg grind, maybe we grow some cauliflower next. So maybe we'll get that started and then go for it. Okay. Nice. Let me go grab some more seeds. I also need to start on our orchard, that's for sure. I just haven't really planned out how it's gonna work, so I hadn't, like, gotten too far into it. Let's see, this is 8 days. We have time for that, so let's get 6 of them. And then... Hello. What saplings can I get? Tree that bears fruit in summer. It takes 10 days to grow to maturity, and then every 6 days to fruit. So let's get some pear saplings then. Because common deciduous tree with pale green... Okay, then you can grow beech saplings and oak saplings. Oh, nice. Let's get pear saplings. They're like $4.50 each. Let's get 3. And let's plant those. I don't know what we need to plant those in, though. Let me see. Wild grass patch. Oh yeah, we should plant some of those, which needs silt, citrine, and bug juice? Excuse me? Oh yeah, pear sapling. Okay. So... here's our stuff. Let's start our orchard. Here's one of our spaces. Place that, friend. Okay. Do I need to water you guys? No. Okay. Sick. Good, 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 good. How do I make bug juice? Is that in here? Green juice. Very cordial. Undiscovered item. No. I don't think bug juice looked like either of these either. Maybe I need to progress something else a little faster. Or a little farther, I mean. Okay. Let's put our cauliflower seeds in this bed. Fill up our watering can. And then we will set ourselves up for success. Okay, cool. Let me save quick. And then we will quit the title. So I think that's gonna be it for us today. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me do some quick swapping. Let me see. Let's go over here. Let's do this and there we go. There we go. Okay. Let me also turn off the double audio. And then I will actually quit this. But thank you guys for joining me today. Hopefully you guys had fun watching some Fae Farm this morning. Hopefully it was chill. Let me take a quick look and see if anyone either that we know is around that we could raid into, or anyone that is playing Fae Farm. Because, you know, brand new game. Might as well go say hi. See some more of it. Let's see. Does anyone look like they are also cozy? Let's look. But, or we could also, you know what? Actually, our friend Verdant is doing an uncapped subathon starting today. Let's go say hi in there. I think that'll be nice. Verdant is one of our farming sim friends. He's been playing Harvest Moon, or like Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life as well, as part of the tech crew. We were figuring out all the new stuff. Nice cottage core scene. Thank you. Yeah, I found it recently and I was like, man, why was I paying for custom assets when I could have just found this one, which is perfect. Okay, here's our 2 raid messages. First one is for subscribers, second one is for everybody else. If you guys ever need to find me, here are my socials as well. Got Twitter. I also have a YouTube channel if you ever wanted to watch any of our previous game playthroughs. They are all up on there. And then we also have a Discord. And then Tumblr is like a backup in case Twitter ever implodes fully. We are going to be back here tomorrow playing Fae Farm at 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're around and you want to see more Fae Farm, definitely come in and join us for that. I'm gonna get this raid started, but thank you guys so much for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and hopefully I get to see you guys again very, very soon.